I'm lost now. I'm lost now. Paralyzed.
Snapshot video support hype, this would be one word in German. Hi.
All right, there we go. That took a while. Holy smokes, I couldn't find my desktop scene. I'm so used to streaming Minecraft. Hello, folks. I should also turn my Discord into voice activated. There we go. Okay. Oh, and the Discord is muted on stream. Hold on. Now, there we go. I'm a true pro today.
Sure.
I had my Discord on push to talk still, and the Discord input muted on stream.
Okay.
It's all great. Great. So, setting for all you joining is the tech video for the pre-release is not done. I've been very busy and also then had some issues that I had to deal with, so I couldn't work on it a lot yesterday. So we're working on it today. The script is all written and recorded. I just barely managed to finish editing the VO. So that's the starting state. Basically, we're gonna. Well, I've recorded a few of the setups that were kind of already done, but we're gonna have to record everything else, get Minecraft going, all that stuff, and then edit everything and hopefully be done. Because, well, I'll show you this also. This is how our tracking board looks. And as you can see, there are a couple of new things here already. So we have more setups to do for the next thing, which would be good to prepare if we can. So we'll try to do that. Oh, man.
Yeah, we're on pre-releases now, so it'd be good to also prepare those later after we finish this.
Yes,
right?
Because they, the pre-release can show up at any day.
Like, a pre-release could show up tomorrow, if anything, as well.
Yes, that is true. Before we get into that, let me thank you so much, Answer, for the 54 months. Holy smokes, that's a long time. Thank you for all that support. And thank you, Rockin' to Robin, for the 8 months of Prime. All right, yes, and I am in the Discord with my Snapshot helpers, with some of my Snapshot helpers. What's this website's name? It's Miro. It's up here. Unless, no, it's actually shown. I was like, do I have stream things? But yeah, so we have a bunch of connected things here. So I have a bot that adds all of the bug fixes that happen in the game to this board automatically. And then we have a mod in game that is connected to all of these so that we, when we do things in game, it updates all the status on these cards and stuff. All right, well, that is the starting point. How do you prepare this? What do you mean? I mean, so the preparation is basically my bot adds all the cards, we categorize them into different boxes, and then we start doing stuff. So with that,
27 months since Twitch fixed the streak bug.
Thank you, Fabian. Thank you for the 59 months of Prime. That's a long time. I do potentially need this. Yeah, what do I have here? We'll probably try to record all the new stuff. Wait, actually, 21.9. This is a modded instance with that mod. Miro is a great like collaborative whiteboarding site thing. We've like built a bunch of stuff on top of it, but it's just good in general.
It's great until everything is locked by someone who, on their end, doesn't see anything wrong.
It's not entirely bug-free. I'll admit to that.
Yay, I get to catch a stream again. Hope
That
you're
time on
doing
Monday
great,
where I
Slice.
still had my
So
thing
much
open during a
Minecraft
clash
is
or
happening
something,
all
but then
around I can
the game
keep
still
up
thought that I
anymore.
had something
Yay,
selected.
I hope Brian Mira is my excitement.
Yeah, Brian totally mirrored your excitement there. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. Yay. Thank you so much, Retro. Good to see you. Thank you for the 9 months.
You logged out. You logged out where you took the thumbnail.
Yep. Also, that's a mannequin. That's not me. And this is a column full of barriers. Oh, I'm apparently in them. The mod name is, well, it's called Cam Splines, but yes, it is private. Right, I cannot do that. Fun. So yes, I have a... This is not full video work, no. This is a tech video for 1.21.9 pre-release 1. What's about to happen is we're about to switch scenes to one that has only the game, which means the music is going to go away for a little bit, and so will our voices. And that's just because I need to actually record this for the video, and I don't have a separate scene in OBS for the for the recording versus the streaming. So see you in a moment here. Oh, that reset chat. Okay, that's fine. Please keep chat in English. We need to be able to read, understand, to be able to moderate. Since when have you been... How long have you been working for Mojang? 8+ years. I will need to go check something out here. I'm so sorry about that. We'll take a very quick early break here. And we'll be back in maybe 3-4 minutes. That was the wrong keybind. Okay. What do you think? I don't even know where I logged out. I logged out in my base. How long time? How long time did you spend on that? Oh, dedication. So you're still on 50. That's no good. Dude. Okay, now you're up again. Unbreaking 2 bow. That's kind of garbage. You're down to 30. Okay, and Unbreaking 1. No good bow trade. No! Why? Oh, God. That's so bad. Oh. I didn't have that many spaces with, like, they were one apiece. I guess the good part about that is now I certainly have traded something else. So that will have unlocked like better prices. Come on, you're looking so good. Yes, come here. Eat the smite axe of doom. Taste the lime. Monster Hunter from a Wither. Let's go. Didn't even use a golden apple. Holy smokes. That went so much better than it had any right to go. Even got the star. Let's go. Man.
Eee.
Your cape is going right through my neck.
Sorry, in too much of a rush to stop. You'll like just have to. I know it's uncomfortable, but you know that's how it goes with Lime's taxi boat.
Yeah. If you stop suddenly, I'm going to get decapitated.
Oh my god. Oh boy. You remember when the map artists came and like map arted all over the place? That was pretty art, you know? My bed is in here. I can't even access my bed. That's in the side. We're good. What? Was this a squid? Hit the squid? That is so stupid. Hi, chickens. Bye, chickens. Oh, timing. And we're gonna go straight down until we find a block where we can stand, which is here. Great. Switch back to... You were onto something with the unlucky 13. So now we're set. Now we're
This will be a short one.
I was going to, like, you know, calmly explain that this is how we set it up, and now we're ready to start.
Best start ever.
Do you want to bet, chat? How many of you think that I'll even get into the world before we get a game over screen? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Wow. Alright, here we go. I guess so. Just what? Alright.
It can only
there's
get
a piglet.
better from now
There's a
on.
piglet. This is so sad. I can't. Yes. Okay. Yep.
Wow.
All right.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Black just left the Discord, then joined the game, and then joined the Discord.
Well.
Yeah, just it.
Okay. Well, this house is falling apart around me. Our freezer is broken. I thought I'd fixed it a bunch. Now it started like leaking again, so I had to deal with that. It's probably okay for a while again now. So we're back. It's great. Everything is fine. It's the anti-freeze system is completely bork.
Did you have that same issue like a few years ago?
Yeah, it's still the same issue, and it's just progressively gotten worse. We had somebody who was supposed to fix it to replace like a component with a lot of work and stuff, and it didn't fix it. leaked ice cream. That sounds like a vibe. All right. Anyway, we should. So I'm gonna try to record through all of the things that aren't recorded yet. That's gonna mean a whole lot of going back and forth. This this scene without a chat and without voices and everything and music. So my apologies in advance. Should be able to do this. Something in your input recordings is pressing T an extra time, but I'm not sure. I've seen that before, and it was like it was only happening in auto recording, I think. So there's something in the input recording that is still messing up. So that was the a function of the mod that we're using that is basically going through all of the things that are left to record and automatically records it. But the there is some issues with running it automatically like that, especially around input recording that we haven't really pinned down yet. But yeah, it's meant for basically making reproducible setups. And yes, those were mannequins. And yes, there's a lot of Russian stuff going on. And I don't know what you're doing or why, but I will advise you that I am not that kindly inclined to Russian right now. So if you want to really assert your Russianness, get the F out.
That was very unpleasant.
That was incredibly unpleasant. Was that a failed recording or was that you freaking out?
It's me freaking out.
Okay. Well, I think the lucky part is we don't need that part of the recording, but we'll see. I cannot tell you anything that isn't announced, Connor. There are plenty of things I'd like to do, but I can't tell you that any given thing is coming. All right. I think at this point excuse me. We probably start actually getting these into the video, so we start getting some actual timings and stuff on things. All right. Let's see. Does this go out on stream? Let's start with the mannequin. Yes, it does. It goes on the Discord. Is that really loud for you? Because it might be. Somebody let me know if that is horribly loud. Don't need this. A bit. How long it takes me to make the whole video? Usually, what I count is about each minute of finished video takes about an hour to produce. Okay, what do I do about that without making Discord go really low? I don't actually know. I might. Well, Can I get Discord to just be louder? Yeah. I'm gonna pull this down. Okay, that should do it. Is there any other dev that have a YouTube channel? There were some, but I don't think I don't know about anybody who's active right now. Olraf is one of the designers he used to, but I haven't seen him in a while. There are a couple of others that stream, but I don't think they have YouTube channels. Ole users, thank you, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, there are a bunch that had channels before joining also that stopped when they joined. Both Panda and Nembon come to mind. Alright, well, let's try this again. I hope the volume is reasonable now. Let's start with the mannequins. The NPC tag of a mannequin can now be customized using the description field, which description. Oh god. Oh yeah, this happens, right? So this the number of audio channels here is because what happened there? Oh, is because I'm recording it through my stream setup. That's not the one I wanted, so we'll have to do that all again. Thank you for the hype train, by the way. Appreciate that. I would imagine there's got to be some programs emulate keyboards inputs and based on controller. Yes, but I mean, that is not really controller support. Because controller buttons generally aren't just binary buttons. They are analog buttons. Why don't I use Adobe Premiere Pro? Why would I? I have been thinking about switching off of Vegas, but I would switch not to Adobe.
of a mannequin can now be
I used the bitchy
customized
resolve
using
for
the
video editing.
description field,
Yeah, that's
which is
what I
a
would
text
switch to.
component that gets shown below the name tag of the mannequin. It can also be
There's enough dependency on Adobe anyway. Do not need an additional thing, and there's nothing that tells me that would be better. High description. Oh, this is gonna be annoying to do for all the clips, but whatever.
Yay.
Friends don't let friends use Adobe. I do use some Adobe software, but I'm trying to kind of minimize it. That's lost stuff. But it was 13 seconds and uncommon. Okay.
can now be customized using the description field, which is a text component that gets shown below the name tag of the mannequin. It can also be fully hidden by setting the hide description field to true. Overall, the name tags of mannequin.
Okay. So Adobe's done something bad, or is it just hard to use? Well, one thing is this is kind of a monopolistic thing, but also their licensing is really tie-in, sucks. So instead of selling you software, you have to subscribe for prices that are not quite reasonable. And then it's just like canceling is hard. They kind of use dark patterns and very shady things to people who want to get rid of them. Right, so this is that's not entirely great. Okay, so wait. So I don't have a recording of custom name. What? Why? That is broken. This. Okay. And this recording is broken. Okay, so I don't have a working recording of the custom name visible thing on old server. Here that whoa. It actually doesn't say all recorded. Well then. It also didn't work on a new server, so this should not be new recorded either. I don't know if we even show this thing, to be honest. Maybe I've simply avoided it by mostly sticking to free software because I haven't used anything Adobe. Yeah. So the thing with Adobe is like they have some extremely useful software in like foundationally. So I use Photoshop and I do use After Effects. And Photoshop I could probably replace, but I don't think I could with After Effects. Craft, please no. Trust me, I know my workflow.
Was the custom name visible one the one I made where I set the thing to false?
I have no idea. There's an input recording error on it, so it opens the creative inventory and then types stuff into it. So I don't know what it is.
I redid that.
Okay, well then I just need to re-record it. Exceeding the video editing part.
I redid that after you guys left on Monday.
On Monday. But I auto-recorded everything on Tuesday, right? So Maybe it just failed again then. I don't know. Either way, I don't have a completed recording, so I'll need a re-recording.
The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by...
The other voice is Epic Gamer.
The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled...
Okay, that we have.
The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by setting its pose field. The supported value...
And we should fix... See, let's do this. Ooh, what is that going to open? I don't know. I'm actually going to do this for a second. No, okay, it opens the right thing. We're good. Switch back to here. And I have not downloaded the changelog file for this. At least I think so. That this. All right, so where's the mannequin stuff? I'm blind. Mannequins. As I'm talking about it in this order. So this is a piece of software that I use to generate the kind of overlay boxes that we have on the videos. So all the boxes that you see, you name your data packs by DP version. Well, the demo packs for the videos, I tend to name that way. Because it's really, it's not that they are that pack version, because they aren't necessarily always. They are for the showcase of that pack version. But also sometimes I don't. I don't know if we care. Well, I don't think we care about this. This is just summary. Commands. Use VS Code to write the VD script. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh yeah, loot functions. So this is not the script, right? This is stuff that ends up on the video. I generally write the script to the video in Notepad++, some simple text editor. That gives us all of these. Let's go here. Profiles is here. That's an enormous box. Maybe that's okay. Player data is all the way at the end. And then the loot things here. Is this going to cover anything important? Yes, it is. Okay. Also, this is not visible for you. Let's get this like over here somewhere. That'll work. Everything in Notepad like an absolute mad lass. Not just plain Notepad. That sounds like torture. Okay, I don't like how this is covering too much of the screen. So we might take just the description parts and make a box of that. And I would probably make this like wider instead of being so like long. Some smart people still have very stupid ideas sometimes. Yeah, that's better.
Description field, which is a text component that gets shown below the name tag of the mannequin. It can also be fully hidden by setting the hide description field to true. Overall, the name tag to true. Overall, the name tags of mannequins now work more like other entities than players, which means they are not visible unless you look directly at the entity or you have the custom name visible field set to true. The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by setting its pose field. The supported values are standing, which is the default, along with crouching, swimming, fall flying, and sleeping. And a mannequin can now be made immovable. The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by setting its pose field. The supported values are standing, which is the default, along with crouching, swimming, fall flying, and sleeping. And a mannequin can now be made immovable by setting the mannequin can now be made immovable by setting the immovable field to true. An immovable mannequin cannot be pushed or knocked back. And mannequin spawn eggs with a pro. Okay. Oh, this is weird. I only have the before. Okay, well I should be able to record this then. Oh wow. Mirrors got messed up. Okay. Data spawn egg. Yeah, I only have that from the old one. Okay, interesting. So I know I recorded that one before. I guess it just never worked. Like it didn't actually record. That's weird. Mannequin spawn eggs with a profile component now. I want the version numbers here. That's the wrong one. Okay. Can I do this? No. Okay. Place that. And then this. And mannequin spawn eggs with a profile component now work properly. Mannequin spawn. And mannequin spawn eggs with a profile component now work properly. Alright. Overrides and part of the profile component. That means you can have a static or... That is huge. What do we have for this? What's this thing? I guess we just need a general... This thing is quite long, I think. The profile component. That means you can have a static or dynamic profile with an override to only one of the fields of texture, cape, elytra, or model. What do you mean, what did I just do? This thing? So I made a side-by-side thing using a bunch of scripted functionality I have in Vegas. Have a static cape, elytra, or model. The profile texture is used if a field is omitted. It also means those fields can now be used for player heads as well as for mannequins, so you can now have player heads with textures directly from a resource
This bug
pack.
is not actually fixed either, because I'm still seeing the missing model thing, and like supposedly the report says the resource pack works in 1.21.8, so it's not. I don't think it's actually fixed.
Well, I guess we just record that then and put a snarky comment on it. That when a cinematic thing played after you load a bunch of chunks. Oh, and that's the mod that we're using. So we're using a mod that automates a bunch of the recording process, and it's what's doing the nice camera movements we have, and it's what's making sure that exactly the same inputs get played in like every time you run the thing, which is why we can have a comparison like this, where I do the exact same thing in two different versions, and the camera moves exactly the same way. So that's how we can showcase that a bug is first broken and then fixed. Well, hopefully fixed. Together with this, a bug has been fixed that made static profiles no longer resolve texture data if their ID and name fields were both blank. I think that is the one I need to update the recording of. What's that called? Okay, hold on. It's this thing. Mannequin static profile resolve. Oh, same thing there. I only have a recording from the old server. I think I might have forgotten to reset the recordings. Yeah, this is going to be wait, no, that's actually over here, so it's fine. It's not going to have the massive box on top. And what was that called? Wait, why is it flagged as... Oh, right. I guess it just also didn't work. Or you didn't hear Jeb talking. I don't understand why this didn't record. The difference is we now have the player heads here. Okay. So now, do that.
Together with this, a bug has been fixed that made static profiles no longer...
Camera angle is different. Did you move the points of this spline also? That's the unresolvable profiles one. I guess I'll find out when I re-record the old, because I do need to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I sort of moved it. I did move it around when I added the heads in.
Okay, cool. Then that explained. Good.
Yeah.
And I'm not confused by that. Okay. So we have a whole bunch of profile things.
This one, I just added the spline to the card thing, but it is the one that's not fixed. I will remake it on... I'm not sure if you need to remake it on old, but like...
Which one
will
is
probably just look like the same thing.
Oh, that's the resource pack thing.
Yeah, the resource pack one.
Okay, cool. I think, well, I mean, remaking it on old would just be export import, right?
Yeah, exporting and importing the spline and stuff like that, and then I will just replace these item frames and stuff.
Oh, the item frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should. We could show the new as both new and old, I guess, but we really should, out of honesty.
New options for the source field, direct attacker, target entity, and interacting entity.
I'm also gonna re-upload the
copy
packs to chat because I did extend the pack format to 69. So.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Entity.
So that way,
the
the
copy
game's not complaining
components
that
function
this
now
resource pack's
also
out of
has
date.
new options.
It's only an old version thing, so it's like I extended to the 69 so that it wouldn't complain.
Gotcha.
And the copy components function now also has new options for the source field. This, attacker, direct attacker, attacking player, target entity, interacting entity, and tool.
Do we have... You don't have any setups for the loot stuff yet?
Now once again enters the entire suggestion.
Not for the loot stuff, I don't think. At least I don't have anything.
No, there's nothing on the cards.
Yeah, I don't think anyone took those yet.
This shouldn't be marked near recorded. That didn't work. But I boarded that. Okay. And this needs to be recorded on an old server. And this... Can I fix that? Probably not. That world spawn. Yeah, that was the freaking out one. Totally recorded that. I just might have manual. I forgot to set it as done.
Now once again enters the entire suggestion. The fetch profile command now also offers an option to summon a mannequin with the resolved profile. The world spawn is no longer limited to the overworld only. The set world spawn command now works in any dimension. When the world spawn is in a different dimension, any commands ran from the server console or other such positionless entry points now run in that dimension. When the world spawn is in a different dimension, any commands ran from the server console or other such
Yeah, we'll do that. High corner her. Yeah, there's quite a lot.
Yep, it looks the same. It looks the same on old. Yep.
Yeah, as expected. Yeah, speaking of other developers, somebody asked about other developers with YouTube channels before. Corner Hard there in chat is one of the Fine Realms folks. I know he streams, but I don't know if he has a YouTube channel. But there's a name for you.
Different dimension, any commands ran from the server console.
Okay, so I don't know how we showcase that. That's this thing. And the others, there was, I think this one was also not fixed. Not a YouTube machine. That's fair.
The spawn point command now also takes a pitch argument in addition to the yaw, teleporting a player to their own position no longer.
Hi, Black Turkey. I'm doing okay.
And a relative teleportation across.
Yes, and there's a bunch of stuff that needs set up here.
Yay.
Dimension field is now always present. The angle field has been renamed to U.
Oh, this is gonna get tight. I need the resource. Well, I guess the resource pack change is an item model change, but it also isn't really changed, so I guess we don't care. I'm just gonna put the resource pack title card in instead. And probably shorten it a bit, because otherwise we can't see a thing. And then the fact is, it's just not actually fixed. Possibly it's Waxy. Thank you for the follow. And Plasma Base. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, folks. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so we can record just over 4 seconds for that one. I'm feeling like we probably have most of this stuff. This one should be blue. No, it shouldn't. Never mind. I'm stupid. I think we have everything that's recorded actually in the video now, so we can probably move on. I know the timing for the intro now. Okay. So I think at this point what I'm going to do is go back and actually record the old server to get all of the things that aren't done from there, and then we probably need to do a bunch more setups there. Let me get the version of the game running. Bloop. Also, I might miss a bunch of stuff today because I am quite restricted on screen space. I generally use basically all of my available monitor space when I'm streaming, but now a bunch of that is covered by my video editing instead. So there's a bunch of stuff that I normally see that I now don't. Oh, sorry if I missed something. The static profiles resolving one was one of them. This. Oh yeah, that looks great. Okay. And I guess we can sort that out right away. That would be not here. This. Oh, that does not do the right thing.
Oh, because of the custom name visible change thing, now the things, because it's that names are turned off by default now.
Yeah. Do you think we should turn them on for that clip?
Yeah, for that clip, so that's consistent. I'll go ahead and do that.
Wait. Why is there not? Huh? Oh. I recorded the wrong folder. That doesn't help.
What happened?
I never changed when this is a pre-release instead of a snapshot. I'd never changed the folder name on the old server, so this video file ended up in unexpected folder.
Oh.
And that's why I couldn't find it. There it is. There we go. Yeah, we might re-record that later on the new server again then. All right. Let's unmark that.
Right. Data modify.
On that setup?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Data modify entity execute as at e type equals mannequin distances ... 5 run data modify entity at s custom name visible set value 1.
Wow. Okay, yes. Thank you. That's new only. What do we need? Oh yeah, the teleporting a player thing. The jitter thing. Quite sure that this just didn't work in the new version, but whatever. New only. So this thing. Black, I think you're in frame here. Oh. Thank you. Something was odd with the mouse movement there, but it did the right thing. I just showcased the bug, so I think it's okay.
Just can maybe.
I would, but UI scale, like it should scale this correctly because the origin was from the center point, and nothing should move around.
I don't know.
So I'm not sure.
I didn't see how it actually looked. I don't know.
No, I'm not sure you've been shown it on stream. It pulled the mouse cursor by the looks of things slightly outside of the window. But I think it was probably okay. I'm gonna work under the assumption that that's okay. And then I need to do the resource pack thing. You put the resource pack in chatter, right?
Yes, it's the same resource pack as the one inside the bug report, but I extended the pack version.
Okay, cool.
And apply the resource pack before you start recording.
Yes, thank you. Very nice. Looks so good. Did you look at like the log file when applying this pack? See if there was an error message.
I looked at the log file, but I didn't see anything in regards to the item frame thing.
Okay. Yeah, then it's just broken, I guess.
I saw. Yeah.
That makes this blue. I can show you this on stream. Actually.
Wait, why am I seeing it? Why am I seeing it in? Oh, that's the old.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm only doing old server stuff right now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the.
The relative color
Oh, wait.
protection one left.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. Why did I not see this in the log earlier?
On the new server? Or like in the
I'm
new
just
version?
looking at my game log. My game log in both logs.
Okay.
Could not parse model item frame.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a problem. So potentially...
Failed to parse either not adjacent array, not adjacent object, empty case list. Okay.
Huh.
Hold on, let me
Wasn't
edit
that
this.
the point? That you have some broken thing and then it's supposed to fall back to something reasonable instead of showing them. But I guess if the whole model is broken.
Yeah, I think it's the whole model is broken. Hold on, let me see what happens if I fix this. If I change something. Because it's using us because like the value, like the person said the pack works in 1.21.8. Although the value uses a string rather than just a JSON object with a bunch of fields.
Right. Okay, it's changed in the Snapshot series. That means we'll need to re-record the old also. I mean, it might not look different, but we should.
Yeah, let me see what happens.
Yeah.
In fact, I might even see what it looks like on old, because, let's see. Here, so I'm just gonna, like...
Okay, the custom name visible thing worked the same. I think it was just an auto recording failure before. Overall, although I wonder if you should record that differently and not do like a side-by-side thing. In your mod, are you planning to use mannequins for recording clips, or will you keep using real players? We use real players where it makes sense. We use mannequins where it makes sense. Like, a lot of the bugs we fix, or like showcase fixes for, are related to players, and you won't see them with mannequins, because a mannequin is just a thing that stands there. Whereas we often show players moving around and stuff. How does the recording work? Do you program the movements? Like, no, it's a player. What we record is input. So like we teleport the player to a certain location, then their client plays back the input that we recorded. Which is why they can, like, you can type in chat and all kinds of stuff. You can interact with the UI. Overall, the name tags of mannequins now work more like other entities than players, which means they are not visible unless you look directly at the entity, or you have the custom name visible field set to true. Snapshot helpless getting replaced by AI. Totally.
Who's saying that I'm not already AI?
Okay, I'm very much not. I don't know what I'm doing with the. I think we're just recording a new thing on the new server for the name tags. Sure, it's a bug about custom name visible, but that's not really the change. So we're going to do this, but not shown on that. We need to create a new card.
Yay.
That needs to be 15 seconds, and we're going to say that that is new only. Okay.
So should I redo that setup?
I don't think we should redo it. I think we should do a new thing.
Okay.
Like,
Then I'll...
Black, are you looking at this relative teleportation across dimensions thing?
Oh, yeah, it's just how to look at it.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. I just saw you were hovering over it.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Okay, well, that is... I feel like I should have more here, but maybe I shouldn't.
Server console or other such. The spawn point command now also takes a pitch argument in it, teleporting a player to their own position.
This thing, yes, okay. That's jitter. Which is, I am quite sure, not
To their
fixed
own-
and arguably even worse than it was before.
Porting a player to their own position no longer jitters, and a red.
Still very fixed. Isn't there like an animation that jitters? That would be fun. Oh no, that isn't the one I was thinking about. Do this. Earthquake sounds good.
To their own position no longer jitters, and a relative teleportation across dimensional boundaries now ends up at the correct coordinates.
Cool. Player data we do new only. Okay. How far away are you from having that teleportation across dimensions thing done, do you think?
Trying to figure out a way to showcase that group of this.
Okay. Then I will swap servers in the meantime. Up to 9. Alright, I was supposed to re-record this thing. What was this called? That was the profile thing. But do it in the right scene. All right. this thing. There we go.
Together with this, a bug has been fixed that made static profiles no longer resolve texture data if their ID and name fields were both blank.
Oh. That is now actually done. I still have this thing to do. Do the string game. I saw that you chatted, but I didn't see it. Why do you showcase bugs that were not really fixed? They weren't fixed, so there's no new change. Because, well, one, they're listed as fixed on the website. So, they're you know, it's informing people that it was not actually fixed. And two, I write the script before we have all the setups and clips. So I have a fully edited VO track with everything, and changing that would mean going back, you know, potentially re-recording VO and stuff. So it would set the whole video process back a whole bunch. And honestly, it takes long enough to get these videos out. They're slow enough and far enough behind. You know, it provides a funny little comedic moment instead, which I don't mind. We'll go here. This is fine. So now I'm making a setup. This is the user interface in the mod. So you can set a bunch of stuff. So in this one, I want to have the view from the front. We're going to have some commands at the start. Data, player data, Gaia. They're like bloopers, except in the middle of the video. Yeah. I mean, and then it also does inform people that something wasn't fixed, and then hopefully somebody goes and like reopens the bug. How long does this player data thing need to be? 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to record the input for this. Actually, am I? Is it called respawn? Last death location is where's? Oh, do I not have one?
Okay, there we go. So I got a different result this time after I fixed the pack.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so now there's actually a difference between old and new.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, so it doesn't have the missing model box thing, because I think now like the string is now a string is like an invalid syntax thing. So it's a JSON object thing, but the JSON object is not parsing the data correctly. So now I actually see the invisible item frame texture.
Cool.
So I'll re-upload that pack. That should be a working one, and then you have something to actually show.
That might be a little slow, actually. So we have a system that here will type for us. We don't need to type all the things, and then I have an input recording that like presses the enter and stuff, which is, you can see it here also visualized. But in this case, I'm going to redo that to get it a little bit more snappy. And I completely forgot
new
a
resource
quite
pack.
important thing.
New resource pack sent in the chat.
Thank you. I'm gonna actually record this. Alright, which means we are done with this. Link it to the card, mark it as done. Which means we this thing done. If I reload that. So this card now is marked as new recorded, it has setup done, and it has me assigned to it. And all of that was done from in-game through the mod. We can call that section done. Well, I should probably put it in the actual video, but it's done as in it's recorded. On object dimension field is now always present. The angle field has been renamed to yaw and is now always present, and there's a new pitch field that is also always present. And there we go. Still using the stem farm? Nice. They are such a pain to get. Components can now once again be matched in item models.
I cannot reproduce this teleportation bug. I'm getting the staring state result in both versions, and the result is as I would expect it to behave.
So it behaves like it should behave in the old version, is what you're saying?
I believe, yes.
It's specifically marked as effects version on that version now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. That could also be.
It's not always consistent with start location for players in creative mode. There's a lot of weird conditions on that. Noting coordinates before and after, as well as the coordinates returned in chat by each command. Huh? The name of the mod is Cam Splines, but it is a private mod, so you won't be able to get it. It's a mod we developed specifically to be able to make these videos.
Yeah, if I'm in a creative mode and teleport just round teleport relative coordinates, I'm getting the same coordinates in the end, instead of 0, 0, 0 like the report claims. And position 070 positions me at 070 in the end. That's an old.
There's some other coordinates in the comments that might be worth trying. Issue is reintroduced in a different way. That seems... The Y value is wrong. That's what they're getting, right? the X and Z values are correct. Well, 7 actually. So no, they're not correct.
I'm ending up at 804. 129, 804.
That seems much more correct.
When I run these two commands in 37A. So I'm not sure.
Teleporting relative to a fixed location in the end would run relative to those coordinates, not your original coordinates. Oh. Okay. I mean, I'll switch back and see if I can get a different result. That teleports me to exactly the correct location. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some kind of weird other thing. Oh, it's not affecting 37A.
Yeah, the
But
thing that makes me
know why
confused
it's not
here
affected.
is that it's flagged as affecting that version in particular.
Yeah. It also excludes 36, which may or may not be significant, but
Would this
probably
be
is.
single player only?
That's a good idea.
That's interesting. Now, I wasn't flying, but I don't think I would have fallen. Yes, and I'm at 700. Yes, so in single player, it does repro.
Interesting.
Is it repeatedly repo? Yeah, now I'm flying. Yes, it does. That's freaky. Okay.
Single player specific issue.
Took it off those.
I'll steal this card from you.
Yeah.
All of 5 seconds to demo this. Does it say the right thing? Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
I
the
think
right thing in chat. It teleports you to the wrong thing. Okay, well, I mean, that's quite reasonable to showcase that. We just do this first. Looks fine. What do I have on here?
I can't tell if I'm seeing my frame rate in the mouse input recording.
You would be. What do I want here? It's like player position. Ah, of course. Okay. Let's get that into the video so we see that it's okay before I switch back to the new version. The correct chord. Do I edit the videos myself? What do you think? What do you think you're watching? Okay. That should be the last thing on old. Everything is now blue. Watching Lime's Ghost Editor. Obviously. There. Okay. It's really just an AI trained with my voice. I mean, with Lime's voice. I mean, indetectable. It's back to there. It was actually Brian that was the real brain behind the operation all along, you know? Why is the angle different? Okay, whatever. It is quite clearly shown the difference. Okay. Got the loot things left, which I have no idea how they were. I guess we need to make a loot table thing. This is done. It's just not updated. There we go. This I need to record. Unfortunate that you did that while we were in the game only screen.
God damn it.
So yeah, this does actually this does desync. I'm confused as to why that needs a rescale. But that means I need to go back and do it on old server again. $1 million channel points. This is a reasonable enough showcase. I think it mismatches a little bit with what I'm saying, but at this point, I don't even care.
I don't think the bug report is that Like the bug report says something different than what the bug actually is, I think.
Yeah, and it's like what the bug report claims happens if you are busy typing a command while you're doing this, basically. So it kind of requires that you're typing stuff while this happens. Your suggestion. The fetch profile command now in chat and enters the entire suggestion. The and enters the entire suggestion. The once again enters the entire suggestion. The fetch profile command now also offers an option. Hi, tomorrow. Right, so this. Oh, this doesn't record because it doesn't have a file name. I think it
didn't have a file name.
Fetch profile. But I think it also failed to record. Like it has to. Okay, it didn't have a file name when you set the card, I guess. I think there was something bad with the input recording because I was auto recording this. That also has a GUI scaling. Did our GUI rescale code stop working? Actually, what the hell is my scale? Scale didn't reset correctly there. Okay, interesting. Still doesn't work. So never mind. Like this input recording is just desynced, I think.
Do you want me to re-record the input or what?
No, I'll do it. The fetch profile command now also offers an option to summon a mannequin with the result. The fetch profile command now also offers an option to summon a mannequin with the resolved profile. Okay. That's actually... all done. It's not shown. This is the only thing left there. This is the only thing left there. This is actually recorded. That's all done.
That's your stream, not the Miro pay.
Yeah, I did the same thing like a minute ago.
Yeah, I did that at a meeting at work today. Somebody was sharing a board, and I was like clicking and like, okay, yeah. These are the times when computers make you feel really smart. You killed me.
It was necessary.
See, doesn't even apologize.
No.
Server console or other such positionless. The spawn point.
Well, see, this recording is 10 seconds. Seems like a reasonable thing, except 5 seconds in the video.
The spawn point command now also takes a pitch argument in addition to the yaw.
With input recording should work, I think.
I think I'd rather just have a little bit of a space. Like I'll have a little bit of silence in the video track.
Fair enough.
We could potentially remove a bit of the start of the clip. No.
Clip.
Hello, Demon Slayer. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Okay. That is... Why is this... Oh, this needs to end here now.
The yaw. Teleporting a player to their own position no longer jitters, and a relative teleportation across dimensional boundaries.
Oh, or that time. Folks, we're about to get ads on Twitch. I can't really do much about that, so you don't want them, then today is a great time to sub to the channel on Twitch. I guess you want the ad-free viewing. You can also get Twitch Turbo. I guess you ad-free for most of Twitch. Plushies Gamer, thank you for the follow. So we've got something left because I can't really stop working on this just to allow for the ads this time.
Still, you'll miss everything.
That just not updated. One really annoying thing with Miro is that their API, when you update the labels on a card, doesn't carry through to anybody who has the board up, and you have to reload it, which is...
And that is intentional.
Yeah, no, that's just how it is. Which is just really annoying. I wouldn't call that intentional. I would call that just poor design.
They say it is intentional.
Yeah, but I mean, it's documented that way, but I don't think that's what they would like. I think that's some kind of technical limitation. But it's really annoying. Server command now runs from the default, from the respawn dimension. How do we show that? Because we have a data pack that just summons something every tick or whatever. Puts a particle on spawn. I can't tell you anything about what Mojang are planning. If it's not already official, then you won't hear it here. And in particular, I am not on the teams that generally add advancements. And then every time you reload, it likes to collapse cards again. How long is this? Server console or other such positionless entry points now run in that dimension instead. Okay, I think we make this data pack. In here. Oh yeah, this is how I usually name my things. What is this? 87.1. Oh yeah, and this is the bad part about Spyglass. For some reason it locks up renaming stuff. I thought there was a fix for this. Annoying move. Data back. Well, I mean, yeah. This is like a ton of different pack videos and stuff, all still in here. So main format or main version? I think it was main version.
But you're the one who did that change.
Man, those things got renamed so many times.
Fun.
That was a pull request that went through a lot of feedback. It turned out better, but would run at the spawn location too, right? So we could just do something like an end rod thing. Say a bunch, and maybe like a little bit into the air. 0, 0. Of course, sure. It's min-max format. Okay, thank you. And then we need a Minecraft. Tag or tags? Did we rename it? It's tags, right?
Yeah, I think it's tags and only the supporters are singular.
Okay. All right. That should do it. Can I? There's no good way of like unsetting your spawn point, right?
Yeah, break bet, I guess, yeah.
This is apparently world spawn. Somewhere-ish. Crash connection.
Yeah, that was, I
It's a
think,
perfectly normal command. So this mod has a lot of like weird stuff in it that just was in past. We needed to demo that for some reason. I can't even remember why anymore. It was, I think we were trying to showcase the disconnect message or something.
Yeah, the reports for that, the network crash reports.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That you could, and they show the screen with the clickable thing, man.
Yeah. I think that was it.
Yeah, okay. So nice. So that works. And then how much time do I need this? 6 seconds. Great.
I like how the debug keybinds work while you have the chat screen open, but then it also simultaneously types the character in chat.
Yeah. I guess we do this. Did you have the original world spawn coordinates in some setup somewhere?
No, I don't think
I
so.
think Epic did.
It was, yeah, for my thing with the world spawn dimension thing where I set it in the end. At the end of the timeline, I've reset the world spawn back to its place in the overworld.
Great, thank you.
So if you want to copy it from
I'll
there,
steal
you can-
that, yeah. And actually wanted to set it at the start of the timeline too.
I did use a compass to find the world spawn, but I probably also could have just set the spawn radius to 0, then killed myself and I have a spawn right on top of where the world spawn is.
Two perfectly valid solutions, I'd say.
Yep.
Hey, nice. So that means another section done. Or other ran from the server console or other such positionless entry points now run in that dimension instead. That was reasonably clear. It could have been done better, but whatever. What fancy cool mod is this? This is a mod called Cam Splines, which we developed specifically to be able to make these videos. So it's not available anywhere. you're done with this thing. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I used the same mannequin, but I made a completely new setup for it.
Right there. Yep.
Not sure if you'll see my frame rate.
We'll see. Yeah, I absolutely do. We'll need to re-record that.
Re-record input or re-record the recording?
No, the input. Like it's quite visibly low frame rate of the mouse movement, in particular. Something is not quite right with this with these mouse lines.
Yeah, they are weird ever since some GUI changes. One of the render types got removed, and I haven't been able to figure it out.
Right.
I think this uses strip line. Strip lines. The previous one didn't.
So about 7 seconds I need to hit T and then enter a few seconds later when the input thing is done. Input is, it's 8 seconds. Okay, cool.
I interchangeably use enter and keypad enter. Don't worry about that.
Overall, the name tags of mannequins now work more like other entities than players, which means they are not visible unless you look directly at the entity or you have the custom name visible field set to true.
Yeah, that works. Nice. That means mannequins is also done. We're getting somewhere. We're also getting past the time when I should be going to bed. It's unfortunate, but kinda need to get this done today. The intro is not done, is that right?
No.
Oh. Right, we need a...
I had an idea for... I had like some idea for the thumbnail that's related to the world spawn in any dimension. I was thinking that it could look like you set your spawn in the end. I think that would make a good thumbnail or something. I don't know.
How do you...
That's an idea I had.
How do you
I'm not
show
sure if
that
that's
it's the
so
spawn
visible or
point,
not.
though?
I don't know.
Mannequin skins. I guess.
I also just realized that I made the intro in on the old server.
Well, I mean, you can export, import, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Why did that do nothing? Okay, that's interesting. I'll assign myself manually.
Why did what do nothing?
I did its timelines to do, and it returned nothing. Oh, now it did. Wow. Okay. That just took forever. Spawn point command on background being the end, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. That might work. Wait, in that case, where all we have is just... all we have is just a view of the end. Which could work. I guess like me standing on an obsidian pillar and then the spawn point command plaster all over or set world spawn. Player dying in the overworld, spawning in the end. I guess you could do the like half thumbnail half thing with a big red arrow or whatever. I kind of like the, I mean it is the tech video, so I kind of like the idea of having just an end background with the command. I can't tell you anything that is future that isn't already announced. The mannequins have more than offhand, main hand, and armor slots. They have the standard equipment slots, and they'll show the same ones as the player. Okay, so what is this? What does this pack contain? Right, so
Do you want to do it on the end pillar or the end platform?
pillar was my idea.
Do you want to keep the end crystal there?
I mean, we could. Don't really know. I guess it might look spectacular. Okay. Who made it? I don't know. It's downloaded off of some site, some custom cape site. It's fine. Well, it's 23 seconds. Probably afford to type that out then. And then this thing. $13 seconds. That's not what I wanted. This. Oh, that does. Bitcoin. 8 seconds. This is 8, 9. 8 seconds is fine. And then 11. Let's get this earlier. And also clear inventory. All right. Oh, what? What happened here?
Of profiles, the fields of texture, cape. The profile texture is used if a field is.
What the hell? I guess I accidentally deleted a piece of this.
Fields of texture, cape, elytra, or model. And part of the profile component. That means you can have a static or dynamic profile with an override to only one of the fields of texture, cape, elytra, or model. The profile texture is used if a field is omitted. It also means those fields can now be used for player heads as well as for mannequins, so you can now have player heads with textures directly from a resource pack. Together with this...
Yeah, okay. Loot tables. Copy name. The direct attacker. You could make something draw something named after who killed it, I suppose. I don't know what's a fun thing here. I mean, there is a scene. What am I supposed to show you? There's nothing to look at. Are you not doing? I'm doing nothing. Well, I'm preparing to do something. I see a frantic scroll bar on the left. Oh, that is yeah. I mean, that's a piece of Explorer. Okay. So what I've done is copied in a loot table for cow. What is this? Leather. And I guess we can... Well, we can just set this to just always grab one leather. And then function would be copy name, source, I mean, that's just gonna set the name to like sliced lime, right?
Hopefully.
Which is awfully weird. Is there a... There's no, like, function to modify the name, right? Set name. I want to process it. Whatever. It'll just drop leather called sliced lime. It's fine.
Perfectly normal leather.
But that's so normal.
I mean, you could have use tool. Oh, that's for copy.
The tool doesn't. Yeah, tool doesn't exist on this one. Tool probably works for the other one. So that should be active now. Which means that didn't work. Why not? It's not showing an error. So it read the loot table correctly. Surely I was the direct attacker here. And I mean, if I spelled it wrong, it would have been an error in the log. Unless it somehow. Loot table entities, actually. Is that right? Or is it entity? No, it is entities. I don't get it. I would have expected an error if... It's a possible direct attacker just doesn't work in this case for some reason. Does it not work because I'm in creative? No. Okay. Well, interacting entity is an option, so maybe we try that instead. And I guess shearing would be one. Loot table. What the? Oh, I mean, in the zip. Loot table. Hearing. Sheep. White.
Yeah, 9 is correct, actually. If you kill the cow with a named arrow, then the drops will be named after that arrow.
Yeah, but the direct attackers should be the killer if it's a direct attack, but we can try that. Oops. Ah! Okay, cool. Thank you. Just finished a marathon of watching Snapshot videos I'd missed over a month. Over the months. Okay, cool.
That's dedication, I love it.
I agree. It should just be me when I'm killing it with a sword. But apparently it isn't. For whatever reason. Okay. Well, this works. We can work with this. Also, probably never assigned myself to this card. I didn't. Copy name.
Direct attackers, I think, only used for projectiles and the mace.
That's so stupid, though.
Yeah, I agree. Naming doesn't really reflect what it seems to be doing.
But like,
there's an attacker one as well.
Yes.
That one, I think.
But if in every other case where we use like damage sources or damage types, the direct attacker is the attacker if it is a direct attack. Which makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah.
Why would you ever want it to be nothing? Oh. Especially if it's a mace. That makes no sense. Like if it was just arrows, then it could have been just a misnamed projectile. Not cod. Cow.
Do you not want to kill the card?
Cod dies.
Yes.
I should. Yeah, so I mean the wiki documentation obviously is not matching the implementation here. That I didn't copy. No, I didn't. Okay, that is just bogus. I need a teleport in here, and then probably remove the beef. Who needs beef when you can get like and sub?
Beef is like and leather is sub, or do you want to like
No,
that?
the problem is that the more items it is, the less consistent this setup becomes.
Fair.
I do have an issue written that we should provide like a way to make the pop of loot deterministic.
Deterministic.
To be able to
Yeah,
set
I
a
saw
seed
that.
for it. I think that would be helpful in some of these cases. I've done re-recording like 6-7 times for setups where just I've sheared a copper golem or something and it just pops the wrong direction, so I don't pick up the item.
Yeah. This would probably just be to use the position or the entity UUID.
Yeah, maybe. Could also just be set a fixed seed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes maybe you want it to pop in a certain direction, so just use a fixed seed for all of them or something. Okay. Now the question is that enough, or do I actually need a second one for the other setup? Or for the other loot function? I absolutely do. Okay.
target entity and interacting entity, and the copy component. For the source field, direct attacker, target entity, and interacting entity, and the copy component. We need a 12-second thing for copy components as well then. Seed crackers? Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about redoing something in the same client. Yeah, and we tend to do weird things in the mod just for specific ones. Like, I don't know what the most recent one is.
The most recent one, I think, was the Iron Golem Copper Golem interaction with the rose.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one of the most recent ones.
Yes, also one of the weirder ones because it just sets attack on the Iron Golem and then it just spam tries to put a puppy on a Copper Golem's head, which is really weird, but it provides a very fast way to showcase an incredibly inconsistent vanilla mechanic.
And also,
like rare, but consistent.
/end flash is quite new. We just forces an end flash to pop up in a certain direction so we can, get it on camera instead of it always popping up behind the camera or something. Yeah. That and like crash connection and whatever. We also have reset player. Because like some of them are really just useful overall, and some of them are just like this is just this one particular really weird thing.
Same with game time, which also is really weird with how we use setup or play setups and splines, which means that you can sometimes get yourself stuck in a loop with all the automatic command executions from setups being repeated because you set game
true.
time in the setup.
You can mess yourself up properly with that. Oh yeah, trader. Summons a wandering trader.
You can also set the trader command also has a neat way to set like a trait you want the trader to have. That's really useful for showing new traits.
And also like this is one of the weirder things actually. I have chat access in the title menu and I can do like commands in here, including doing setups and input recordings and stuff. So yeah, there's tons of stuff in here that is just old setup for various things that need to be recorded in the menu, including like the main menu shot. That's the intro of every gameplay video is done with a setup like that. Anyway, I should probably finish this thing up so I can go to bed.
If we have mannequins now, I just have a mannequin of you for the thumbnail thing, and then I actually just teleport you to the thumbnail location.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not even going to be a spline, so it won't record anything. You just take a screenshot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. To also make I do know, like, the text display is a bit kind of darker than thing, so I did, like, put an end flash to make it brighter. So...
Oh, there's a display.
Like that, so... Yeah, were you gonna like put text on top or something, or what?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if that's
Do you
better
want
or
to do that
worse though.
instead?
Is this a spline or a setup?
Setup. It's a setup, but I teleport you to the location, and then you would like F1 and take a screenshot.
Yeah. No, I mean that works.
Yeah. And then like the setup is like 10 seconds long, and then there's like an end flash in the background to brighten up the text display.
Yeah.
Because even though brightness is a thing, brightness doesn't seem to be working for some reason. It might just be for block an item, I don't know. Even though it's a thing for all entities, I think like brightness doesn't really work for text displays. I'm not sure.
I
or
think
I'm just using it wrong, I don't know.
It's neat how the text display like takes on the environment color.
Yeah.
A tiny bit. cool. Maybe not intentional or intended for you, or desirable in some use cases. Intended maybe, but desirable for players maybe not.
Hello, Photoshop. Will you actually like open the file I'm clicking on? That works.
Works for the thumbnail?
I think so.
Also, when I killed the dragon for setup, I did also kill all the end crystals, so I did have to replace all of them, but that did also mean I had to model the edits the data to show the bottom again. Because player place end crystals don't show the base.
Okay, so we have the copy components. Oh yeah, I had some idea for that. Should be able to make a loot table where if you kill something with like a player head, it drops like a spawn egg or something. Which is an awfully weird thing to say, but it'll be fine.
You're thinking of a mannequin spawn egg.
Yeah. Either that or make it drop. Like you kill it with a spawn egg and it drops a player head. Because the profile component can get copied that way. I don't know. Where am I coming? I'm really losing steam. And what are we killing? Creeper.
Oh, are you about to make a setup? Because I'm in your shot if you're doing anything.
No, I'm working on. I'm gonna work on loot table things. Or what? A ways off of getting anything else. Gunpowder. Okay, we can just. I don't care about the other thing. If the attacker's skeleton, this is just music disc. Okay, it's fine. So I'm in the wrong view. So always drop exactly one. And well, you'd have to set entity data on there. Yeah, you can set entity data with the ID, I guess. I will try that. What's the best spawn egg? Maybe the creeper spawn egg? Okay. Set components. Entity data. ID. Why are you... Oh, you're just being stupid. Okay, that's fine. Copy components. Source. Tool. Include this profile. This is such a weird thing. But okay. I believe that would work. Let's try that. Found loot table element validation problem. Parameters tool. Parameters tool are not provided in this context. Wait, wasn't tool one of them?
Yeah, according to the changelog.
Copy components source tool. They lied. Or is it just... Well... It's because tool in this case isn't provided because there is no tool, because I'm killing the thing. And killing the thing has no tool, because it has just the attacker's weapon, which isn't the tool. So it would be like shearing or interact. Well, yeah, interacting, I guess. Okay, I don't care about that then. But we can take like attacker and take the profile from that, I guess. That's also fun. You just kill a creeper and it drops a spawn egg that spawns you. That's freaky. That's so freaky. But whatever. It'll demo the thing. It's fine. Don't think too much about the implications of this.
Sometimes out of the way demos make it more clear what's happening, I think. Because you don't expect it. And it feels weird, so it sticks better.
This is just
Yay.
really, really weird. Really, really weird. That loaded cleanly. Okay, so if I now summon a creeper and I just kill it, right? No.
Kills creeper maybe. I am the monster.
Ah, so close. Why not? It didn't stack, so there's some... It got the entity data, but not the profile. Do I know? So it doesn't count the player as having a profile component. Man, that's really annoying. Tool is the only thing here that is giving me an item context. And I could copy something else. What else is available? Doesn't have to be profile. what entities have components at all? Like, what entity components are there? There are very few.
Chest boats might have. No, they don't. No.
No, there's like
Sure.
there's like one or two others. Does a fill player head function? Yeah, but that the point is, it's not a player head. It's a spawnic. I want the profile. I don't want a filled player head. There was probably some reason why we didn't just get all the way to removing filled player head. Because ideally this is just what fill player head becomes, right? The living entity that has this thing. Components.
Salmon have sizes.
Is that dice component?
Yeah, that's the data component.
Interesting.
I think like all of the animal variants are
Where-
components.
What's this?
So it's like, I guess you could use
Fly implicit components.
any animal variant like for parrots or wolves. Maybe not wolves. Oh yeah, wolves.
I was sure there was something else. Oh, I guess, yeah, custom name and custom data both exist. I mean, custom name, let's just copy name again. This is quite unhelpful. And custom data, I suppose. Maybe a block loot table and go back to using tool. Yeah, makes sense. Oops. Oh boy, we're coming up on ads again. I'm sorry. We're gonna power through and get this done. We want something lime. Probably just mine some lime wool. Loot table blocks. Lime wool. Let's make something out of that instead.
Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime that you can sub to Slicedlime for free each month by clicking on the subscribe button? Well, now you do.
Did you know that that would also prevent you from seeing all these ads and get you to stay here instead? Isn't that fantastic? We're learning so many things today. Okay, so we get one piece of wool. Conditions, hold on, pools, conditions, entries. It's just here. Functions, list, copy components. No, wait, yes. It's function. Copy components. Source is tool. Wait, so I also don't want a lime wool. I want the entire thing from the creeper. Basically all of this. This. There. That doesn't make sense. Here. Well, I guess remove that. So creeper What? Okay, so now this should give us a spawn. If we mine wool with a player head, it should give us a spawn egg of that player's mannequin. If I've done this right, which is 50-50 at this point of tiredness. Assuming it loads cleanly, but we'll find that out in a moment. All right. It loaded. What happens if I... Well, first of all, be in survival. That gives me just a blank one. Yeah, that makes sense. But if I mine this... Did I mention I'm tired? That is actually stellar. Okay.
I think you didn't change your stream scene.
Thank you.
Have you mentioned that you're tired yet?
I'm not sure. I forgot. Maybe because I'm tired.
Makes sense.
Whoa. Okay. Clear. Add. Who else do we pick up? There's a fun YouTuber or something I haven't used in a while.
Maybe Gemini Tay? I don't know.
I have used her a bunch though. Maybe actually we just... I actually probably don't want more than 2 blocks here. It should be 5 here. I also want to... Well, probably should do this. There, and then chord start loop. Let's do game mode survival. What did I say? 12 seconds? This is a long time since I measured this out now because that took a while to create. 12 seconds will be good. Stop game mode creative here. Okay. All right, now fun. This is going to be all kinds of dependent on the direction these things pop out. What? Okay. That. Oh, and also get rid of these. Okay, that just Uh, or are they facing weird directions? They're facing a random direction, I think.
Yeah, I think that's normal for spawnings.
Yeah. Spawning ghoul spawn, it's just spawning a random direction. All right, there we go. Okay. We done?
Have you recorded the intro yet?
No, but I think like we are, and I need an outro for something, but otherwise I think we're mostly done.
Do you have an idea for it?
We should have some fun outtakes somewhere. Maybe we just run the intro as the outro.
Do you want a different intro?
No, I mean that's just good enough to just repeat as the outro.
Do you want faster mannequin drops for the outro?
I don't know. I don't know that. I never knew that this was something I wanted.
Minecraft 1.21.9 pre-release 1 brought us datapack version 87.1 with news for mannequins and player heads. My name is slicedlime and this is a showcase of the
Just
changes.
mannequins of you
Let's-
repeatedly falling down in different poses.
I think this is fine.
Unable to open loot not generated yet.
New spectator. Okay. Yeah. I think we can probably switch this view. That should mean we're done. And this is now 3:27. I am going to turn off the music. Let's see if we find something fun. Duration. Let's say 27. Yeah. This is now going out of the wrong line. I hope it's not too loud. That sounds like a fine soundtrack. We'll run with that one.
Do you want to look at the game real quick?
Yes.
Mannequins.
do you want to make another? You can make another like outro from this. This is a different angle. If you want to make us blind for this, I can replace the outro with that. The outro is 5 seconds.
Minecraft 1.21.9 pre-release 1 brought us Minecraft 1.21.9 pre-release 1 brought us datapack version 87.1 with news for mannequins and player heads. My name is slicedlime and this is a showcase of the changes. Let's start with the mannequins. The NPC tag of a mannequin can now be customized using the description field, which is a text component that gets shown below the name tag of the mannequin. It can also be fully hidden by setting the hide description field to true. Overall, the name tags of mannequins now work more like other entities than players, which means they are not visible unless you look directly at the entity or you have the custom name visible field set to true. The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by setting its pose field. The supported values are standing, which is the default, along with crouching, swimming, fall flying, and sleeping. And a mannequin can now be made immovable by setting the immovable field to true. An immovable mannequin cannot be pushed or knocked back. And mannequin spawn eggs with a profile component now work properly. Speaking of profiles, the local textures of mannequins have now been made overrides and part of the profile component. That means you can have a static or dynamic profile with an override to only one of the fields of texture, cape, elytra, or model. The profile texture is used if a field is omitted. It also means those fields can now be used for player heads as well as for mannequins, so you can now have
instrumental. What part of instrumental do they not understand? There's clearly singing in this.
Well, but there are also instruments. Are you not hearing the instruments?
Like, okay, we're like here. Yeah, I could pull stems out of it, but why did they label it instrumental when it's clearly not? What do you call this, chat? I do not call that instruments. I call that singing, clearly singing. It doesn't even have a vocal track. The melody? Okay, never mind. I'm just switching songs. Oh, maybe that's fun. Vocamental. Sure. This is by an artist called No Thanks. It seems like just remarkably common for electronic artists to do that. I don't understand it. It's a little short, but that's fine.
Minecraft 1.21.9 pre-release 1 brought us datapack version 87.1 with news for mannequins and player heads. My name is slicedlime and this is a showcase of the changes. Let's start with the mannequins. The NPC tag of a mannequin can now be customized using the description field, which is a text component that gets shown below the name tag of the mannequin. It can also be fully hidden by setting the hide description field to true. Overall, the name tags of mannequins now work more like other entities than players, which means they are not visible unless you look directly at the entity or you have the custom name visible field set to true. The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by setting its pose field.
What is going on with this?
To true. The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by setting its pose field. The supported values are standing, which is the default, along with crouching, swimming, fall flying, and sleeping. And a mannequin can now be made immovable by setting the immovable field to true. An immovable mannequin cannot be pushed or knocked back. And mannequin spawn eggs with a profile component now work properly. Speaking of profiles, the local textures of mannequins have now been made overrides and part of the profile component. That means you can have a static or dynamic profile with an override to only one of the fields of texture, cape, elytra, or model. The profile texture is used if a field is omitted. It also means those fields can now be used for player heads as well as for mannequins, so you can now have player heads with textures directly from a resource pack. Together with this, a bug has been fixed that made static profiles no longer resolve texture data if their ID and name fields were both blank. There are also news for a couple of loot functions. The copy name function now has new options for the source field, direct attacker, target entity, and interacting entity. And the copy components function now also has new options for the source field. This, attacker, direct attacker, attacking player, target entity, interacting entity, and tool. In command news, when clicking a command suggestion in chat, it now once again enters the entire suggestion. The fetch profile command now also offers an option to summon a mannequin with the result. The fetch profile command now also offers an option to summon a mannequin with the resolved profile. The world spawn is no longer limited to the overworld only. The set world spawn command now works in any dimension. When the world spawn is in a different dimension, any commands ran from the server console or other such positionless entry points now run in that dimension instead. The spawn point command now also takes a pitch argument in addition to the yaw. Teleporting a player to their own position no longer jitters, and a relative teleportation across dimensional boundaries now ends up at the correct coordinates. Some changes have been made to the player data structure, where the respawn object dimension field is now always present. The angle field has been renamed to yaw and is now always present, and there's a new pitch field that is also always present. And in resource pack news, entity data item components can now once again be matched in item models. And that's all for this version. Thank you for watching. My name is slicedlime, and I'll see you next time.
Cool, we're essentially done. Did you make a new spline?
Yes, and it's also on a new card. But I crammed into the board because you had it not.
Very good. Oh, the sounds.
Smack, 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 smack.
Yep.
Bro, opening the stream instead of the board happened again.
Yep. Let's see. What's this thing called? Outrot.
Yes. I it was also called Introt.
Well, I'm
That
glad
was
I'm not the only one
accidental.
who's tired. Alright.
Yeah, I found the typo funny, so I kept it.
We are done. I wonder what the performance impact of rendering while streaming is.
Probably not as tired as you, since it's only 4:30 p.m. over here, basically.
Depends
That
on when you
sounds
got up, I
nice.
guess.
Yeah, well, true. I got up at 6 or before 6 today, and it's soon midnight.
Oh. Oh no.
And I will need to get up before 6 tomorrow. It's the worst problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are done. So that's the good. Where is? Let's see.
Yeah, we have mannequins that can sleep for us now.
That's perfect. This. Content. I copied the wrong thing. Oops. I need this link. I need
I got the splash
link.
text. Any computer is a laptop if you're brave enough.
That's true. I need this link without all the tracking garbage. Tiny URL. That in there, but no thanks. What was the song name? Time Lapse. How funny that I'm actually not using it as a time lapse. You get uploaded. Organize your titles. You can A/B test a title now. Okay. All right. Well, that's news.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I think Jem used that for one of her videos in the live series thing for the recent live series. 2 different thumbnails and titles.
Yeah, thumbnails have been A/B testable for a while, and titles I didn't think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she had along with the 2 different thumbnails, she also had different titles with those thumbnails.
Interesting. 87.1. 21.9. That's good enough. I can't be bothered more than that.
Yay.
Upload not from there. Thumbnails. Use this. Good to me. Data pack versions done. 18th. Minecraft without some garbage text in it. Do we consider the killing of 1 million mannequins in the intro of Islands? We probably do. Subtitles. Upload. Timing. Continue. These are all like, I wish they would let me automate this stuff because this is all busy work that I do every single time. I have to click the things. Timings. Done. Oh, we can turn music back on. Import this from you, I guess. And I guess it goes back there. Add the card around 15 seconds into the gameplay video. Discord thing. Oops. Add, link, view, apply, click here, do here. Type in some garbage here, apply. Join my Discord. Exclamation mark. Join the slicedlime Discord. Exclamation mark. YouTube does not have an API to set this stuff. No. All of the stuff that you can set by API, I have automation things. Do I work for Starfish Studios? This? You can type exclamation mark job. That's everything here, I think. Alright, well, we didn't get to prepping anything for the next pre-release. Which is fine. This is done.
It's not much, I think. It's fine.
Well, it's 4 things or whatever. It would be nice to be done, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Why is it
Well,
not
I
processed?
already started old and started doing things.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Since it's still not too late for me right now, I might at least get some of these.
Yeah, you have more waking hours in the battery bank than we do. Why will you not close? Thank you. Okay, good. We're done with you. Did it process now? It processed. Nice. And I will actually then immediately turn off the music again. Subtitles. Okay, that's good.
Minecraft 1.21.9 pre-release 1 brought us datapack version 87.1 with news for mannequins and player heads. My name is slicedlime and this is a showcase of the changes. Let's start with the mannequins. The NPC tag of a mannequin can now be customized using the description field, which is a text component that gets shown below the name tag of the mannequin. It can also be fully hidden by setting the hide description field to true. Overall, the name tags of mannequins now work more like other entities than players, which means they are not visible unless you look directly at the entity or you have the custom name visible field set to true. The pose of a mannequin can now be controlled by setting its pose field. The supported values are standing, which is the default, along with crouching, swimming, fall flying, and sleeping. And a mannequin can now be made immovable by setting the immovable field to true. An immovable mannequin cannot be pushed or knocked back. And mannequin spawn eggs with a profile component now work properly. Speaking of profiles, the local textures of mannequins have now been made overrides and part of the profile component. That means you can have a static or dynamic profile with an override to only one of the fields of texture, cape, elytra, or model. The profile texture is used if a field is omitted. It also means those fields can now be used for player heads as well as for mannequins, so you can now have player heads with textures directly from a resource pack. Together with this, a bug has been fixed that made static profiles no longer resolve texture data if their ID and name fields were both blank. There are also news for a couple of loot functions. The copy name function now has new options for the source field, direct attacker, target entity, and interacting entity. And the copy components function now also has new options for the source field. This, attacker, direct attacker, attacking player, target entity, interacting entity, and tool. In command news, when clicking a command suggestion in chat, it now once again enters the entire suggestion. The fetch profile command now also offers an option to summon a mannequin with the resolved profile. The world spawn is no longer limited to the overworld only. The set world spawn command now works in any dimension. When the world spawn is in a different dimension, any commands ran from the server console or other such positionless entry points now run in that dimension instead. The spawn point command now also takes a pitch argument in addition to the yaw. Teleporting a player to their own position no longer jitters, and a relative teleportation across dimensional boundaries now ends up at the correct coordinates. Some changes have been made to the player data structure, where the respawn object dimension field is now always present. The angle field has been renamed to yaw and is now always present, and there's a new pitch field that is also always present. And in resource pack news, entity data item components can now once again be matched in item models. And that's all for this version. Thank you for watching. My name is slicedlime, and I'll see you next time. Cool. Well, folks, that is the end of the stream and the start of a video instead. So, go click on a video. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Black and Epic, for the help. That is super appreciated.
Yep.
Game dead. Okay. I closed it to get rendering performance. But anyway, we are going to wrap up, and I will be... just ending it here. I don't think I will be even raid out because I don't know if it matters, if it makes sense today. So thank you, folks. Have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, whatever time it is in your time zone. And I'll see you later. Go watch a video. Bye-bye.
Bye, chat.
Bye.